I had this guy recently on, this doctor that did all the NASA testing with amino acids because the athletes in space lose, or the astronauts lose so much muscle
Yeah.
mass, and then they started having them take amino acids and found out that they weren't, there was no catabolism, like they were maintaining all their muscle mass,
They were just
and
eating shit.
no, they're just giving them amino acids.
No, like before they were
Oh,
just like it was because their diet was just shit. That's why they were
I
losing muscle. It wasn't because of the other
yeah,
stuff
I
as much.
I I think, well, like when you're under gravity, or when it's less gravity, your body isn't fighting against it, so you're
Yeah, they lose bone density too, right? Because there's
sure.
just no weight bearing.
So I started taking amino acids. I swear to God, and I'm not just saying this because they are a sponsor, but my aches and pains have all gone away. Like, I truly believe. Bobby, crazy Bobby, who was always on the show, always used to
Mhm.
swear to me that you need to take essential amino acids. And I'd be like, oh, I take protein powder. And he's like, why? Why do you? He's like, that's like beer. Why not just take alcohol? He's like,
Yeah.
take
So it's
take
just
the
BCA
amino. No,
necessary.
I'm taking essentials, not BCAAs, essential amino acids, and I feel
What's
fucking
the difference?
awesome.
Explain
Uh,
that to me.
BCAAs are branch chain amino acids, and they're only certain amino acids. They're the ones that I believe
So
that you're
BCAAs are like the main ones that you use to build muscle, but it's not all the essentials. So essential is what you're saying is all the essential ones that it
right,
takes to build an actual protein cell.
right. And so Hunter will argue with you that you only need, when you're doing like endurance sports, that you only need the BCAAs. But
Mm,
after talking to these guys, I believe that you need it all.
yeah.
You need all the essentials, and I don't know why you would why you wouldn't. And there are some weird arguments against BCAAs, um, like that some of these amino acids without the others are kind of dangerous for you. Um, Here, I'll tell you what it
I mean,
says.
I would assume if you're eating a lot of meat, you're getting all of the essentials, and so the
Yeah,
BCAAs are just supplementing like kind of the main ones that you use the most of, right? Because like certain aminos are used more than others.
so here's what it says. A branched chain amino acid is a specific type of essential amino acid with a branched molecular structure. These amino acids are leucine, isoleucine, and valine. BCAAs are the primary amino acids found in skeletal muscle, so they are considered the most important for muscle building. However, BCAAs on their own are not a complete protein. In other words, essential amino acids contain all the branched chain amino acids, but branched chain amino acids do not contain all the
Essentials.
essentials. So, protein sources like meat, dairy, and eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids, are considered complete proteins. I mean, I just don't understand why the advantage of taking branch. The
So I
main,
think with branch chain, it's because they're the most prevalent. So they're just saying like we're going to give you an extra boost of like so let's say every protein molecule there's like a is there 9 or 11 essentials?
nine, nine.
Nine. Okay, so there's nine, but there's three of them that there's like the majority of the amino acids are these three, and then there's also these other six, but they're a smaller quantity. So we're going to give
Oh,
you
oh,
extra of these
here,
three.
here it is. I believe this is the oh no, this is BCA. I was going to say the absorption rate. That, like, because someone like Hunter that's out there working out and needs them to prevent
Mhm.
catabolism while he's like on a 3 hour run, that the BCAs are more absorbed quicker. But I don't believe that.
I've never heard anything about absorption. I just thought it was like a volume thing. Like there's a higher volume of these three that are the branch chains. I've heard that explained.
I'm reading just
But
everything.
I think the really important thing is that the essential that there's nine of them and that you need all nine. You can't make a protein with seven out of the nine, and that's
So
what a
the
lot
diff
of
the di-
vegetarians want
here
to
here
argue.
here's the difference too. The cost. Uh, Essentials cost more than branch chains.
Well, of
So
course,
yeah, because you're
that's why
getting more.
people want to sell you branch chains.
Yeah. Uh, it does say this: when to use BCAAs. Taking BCAAs before or during your workout result in less muscle protein breakdown.
So I would assume if you're already taking essentials or if you're eating like a huge intake of meat, then taking branch chains is probably a good supplement to that if you need a supplement. But at that point, you might not need any supplement.
I just don't see why you would take branch chain over
Over
essentials.
essentials?
It just doesn't make sense.
No, I think if you could just take essentials, then that's the way to go.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I've never felt better. And I don't know if it's because of this or because I ate McDonald's for a month, but I'm not going to eat McDonald's ever again. And I'm going to take the amino acids every day because
When did you finish this? How far out of McDonald's are you?
yesterday and today, everybody's like,
Nice.
they're like, have you shit your pants? Is it like, I go, no, I had healthy shits for a month. Today, I ate, my first meal today was, I had protein cereal, and I ran to the toilet, like ran. It was like a race. And
I
so
like McDonald's, and every time I drive up to Utah, it's a 6 hour drive. We always stop at McDonald's, get a couple biscuits with sausage. It's delicious. I
I
mean,
just know this: if my blood work comes back good, because we did blood testing, and I'm doing more blood testing tomorrow. If it comes back good, I will never hesitate to run into a fast food place again when I'm hungry and chow down like a half a pound of burger meat. Like,
yeah.
never hesitate.
The biggest problem with McDonald's is the supersized Coca Cola. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's not, and then there's not a whole lot of meat going on either. I mean, on a lot of stuff, like you have a McGriddle, you got a
yeah,
couple little piece of bacon and
yeah. It's so small.
just a ton of sugar. So that's the biggest problem is just mostly sugar.
Yeah,
But
I would do
same as everything else.
my big thing was double quarter pounders, and I would just like pull. I'd go double quarter pounder plain with cheese,
Yeah.
and just pull those two pieces off and just eat them. So you're getting a
So you're basically eating like In
half a
and Out
pound of
double
ground.
doubles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're getting half a pound of meat in a serving. So I think it's just that we're all under protein, and
Yeah.
and it's an indictment on sugar. That's what my
Yeah.
takeaway is. It's just a total indictment on sugar, uh, but
Have
I'll
you heard
talk
of
about
the dude that did the Twinkie diet?
no. What happened?
That was one of those extreme ones. All his health markers improved, but it was because of calorie restriction.
Yeah, of course. So
Yeah,
I just met a
he
dude.
lost weight, and he was like doing it for research purposes. But yeah, he lost weight and all his health. So basically, calorie restriction will improve like your markers if you're like, especially if you're overweight. Oh, you're muted.
I'm hearing what? Uh oh. Cruises on the loose. I had a guy
Better
on the
wrap this up.
yeah. I had the podcast, or I was at CrossFit. Geez, what's the name of it? Up in San Francisco. I went and there's one of the coaches there, Rory, did 100 days of diets. Every 10 days, he would do a new diet. He'd do vegan, he'd do paleo, he'd do carnivore. And he's like, I got so ripped. And it's like, he goes, it's just because it was caloric restriction. He's like,
Yeah,
every one of them's caloric restriction. And switching it up, you're never going to get used to it and figure out how to kind of cheat it and get in
yeah.
extra calories. So it's like, it's a great idea.
Yeah, he was
And
always thinking about what he was putting in his body and
yeah,
being very intentional about it. If you're just intentional about what you put in your
yeah,
body, you're not gonna over it. I mean, overeating is the biggest issue and it's the easiest thing to do because there's just so much shit. Like I got a Little Caesars 2 minutes away from my house.
yeah, that'll
Once a
crush
week,
you.
it's like, oh, I don't feel like cooking dinner right now. I'm just gonna go get pizza and put a bunch of shit in my body. So
Yeah.
yeah, convenience is a bitch.
All right, dude. Well, I better go because my kid looks like he's having a meltdown. But great talking to you. Hope to see you soon. I was in Vegas a few weeks ago. I should have called you. I was out of it though.
I
Um,
know you were in here once and you reached out to me and I stood you up. I
no,
don't think I
no.
was even in
I
town.
think everyone was sick then. I think everyone had a cold or something, and I'm like, stay away.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
We had a bad stretch there. Going back to school was a
Yeah, all the germs
that,
coming back.
man, that was something.
All right. Well, hey,
The-
where can people find you and get coaching from you? Is that possible?
Yeah, just look up Underdogs Athletics. I'm coaching from them, so if anyone wants to follow some good programming, specifically competitors, most everything we do is geared toward competitors, but it's Underdogs Athletics, Underdogs with an S, and that's kind of Justin Kotler's brainchild. He's coaching a lot
Do
of
you still
games
have your do
athletes.
you still have your gym up in Utah?
It's kicking ass.
Oh,
It's not
awesome.
mine anymore, but it's kicking ass. And the couple that were managing the gym for me, they they're full owners now, and they're doing great community up there. So yeah, they're doing a really good job in Salt Lake City.
So you're full-time Vegas now.
Full time, just a complete degenerate. I gamble every night, drunk by noon every day. I usually wake up at like 10 a.m., maybe 11.
All right.
Full Vegas.
Yeah. Well,
No, I'm
we
just
got to
kidding.
come. I'll come visit you soon. I'll probably be there in August, right in the middle of the heat.
Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great time of year.
Oh yeah, perfect. Thanks
Dude,
for doing the
that's
show. I appreciate it, and hopefully, hopefully Steve still makes it into the games.
hey, thank you. It was good talking to you, Eddie.
All right.
Appreciate you.
I'll see you, buddy.